If you can hear me over the chickens and the chainsaws and the dogs and the barking and everything else that's going on, we are not going to use that key because that one doesn't work for it. We're going to use this key right here and flip it upside down because they forgot it was a Dodge. Little wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And then we have premium gas in it. So 1, 2, 3, ready? Cross your fingers, cross your fingers, cross your fingers. Clutch down, throttle, quarter throttle. And giving it the beans, giving it the beans. Nothing. Usually I will use gasoline, but I mean, this says starting fluid on it. More? Less? Let's hit it. Oh, that was big old fireball. We're going back to gasoline. What's going on here? Are we getting little squirty squirties? We're looking for fuel to squirt out of those two little guys right there. If we can accomplish that, we can get it to run. We're not getting fuel. Why are we not getting fuel? I don't know why we're not getting fuel. We had fuel when we parked it. We know we got fuel in it. But we are 110% not getting fuel. Here's our fuel line, all dangly and whatnot. What in the world? Why is my fuel line like that? Here's the old one. Interesting. We are back today with the 68 D100. Last time we left off, it was running, driving, doors open, doors closed, the brakes worked, but now it's a little different story today. She is no longer running and driving, and this door we spent so much time and effort on now just flings right open and doesn't shut anymore. I was gonna start it up and drive it into the shop, but we wasted about an hour and a half here, so now we're gonna do something you shouldn't do, and we're gonna have the starter push the truck into the garage. Don't do this. Don't do this. Alright, so normally you wouldn't have your fuel line flopping it about and going under and twisting around, and what in the world are we looking at here? I don't really like this. This appears to be a potential issue. We're gonna make a field repair. We're gonna shorten this guy and reroute it. Why didn't they go on the top? It is the next day. We've got the gas line all nice and tidy. We've got fancy zip tie holding it together. We've recut the connection. We cut about, I don't know, like 3 feet of slack because they had loop-de-loops. And we've got an issue with the carburetor. It's not carbureting. So we're gonna go ahead and tear that thing apart and see if we can figure out why we get no fuel. Well, there's your problem. Jeez, man, look at that. That's real bad. That's real bad. Oh my, it looks like sand, like beach sand. Now, I'm no carburetor mechanic, but that doesn't look good to me. But we're in a little bit of a tricky spot because the carburetor is still attached to the intake, and I don't want to get any of that in the intake, but I'm not going to take this carburetor off. This is what your float should do This is what your float should not do. It is the next day, and we have a lot of crap to do. It didn't work, it's not working, we're pissed off, and we're gonna try to fix it today. No, we're gonna fix it today. It's not what you want your fuel to look like. What's happening here is we've got some dirty fuel. I think what happened is when I filled the tank up and parked it, I agitated what was in the tank, and that little bit of running probably shot all of that into the carburetor. So we've cleaned the carburetor multiple times, removed all of the junk, but now after removing the fuel filter, redoing the fuel line, and seeing this dirty fuel fill up the float bowls, I know now that the issue that I'm having is the gas tank. In order to get this truck driving down the road, we're gonna give it one little last clean. We're gonna blow out the jets to make sure that they're clear. We're gonna disconnect the fuel hose from the tank, and we're gonna reroute it into the cab. What I'm thinking, somewhere over here. Now I need a hole that goes through the firewall. And there's gotta be one, because this thing is Swiss cheese. There's gonna be a hole, there will be a hole. So I'm gonna take this little box out. I told you there'd be a hole. Look at that. That's a beautiful hole for a fuel line. We'll put all that back later. It's like it was meant to be. This is just enough to reach the bottom. Oh my. Now ideally I just shove this straight through here. And that keeps it nice and tidy. Oh, but it doesn't want to pull through that. Oh, I'm about to cut that off because it fits so well. We might have a running truck. I didn't see nothing. You didn't see nothing. Running fine. 68.
68.
Yeah.
Don't see any of those Dodges anymore.
Huh?
Don't see any many Dodges.
No, you don't. Not the Dodges.
Yeah.
You just see the Chevys and the Fords.
Yeah.
I was pretty happy to get this one.
Yeah. That's pretty great.
Yeah, 68 D100 short bed Sweptline.
Has it got a slant six in it?
It's got a 318.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the V8. But the fuel tank's no good.
Oh, yeah.
So we did a little
Yeah, that's part of it.
little switcherooski.
Yeah.
Don't make me look bad. I just realized I gotta reprime the fuel line. It's finally running. It's a week later, but we've got it figured out now. All we had to do was swap out the gas tank because the old gas tank was completely full of crud. It was really bad, and pretty stupid for not realizing that and wasting a bunch of time. We will be back.